Well, hey everybody, don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We do have some metal detecting in this week's video, courtesy of Trooper Bri. But first of all, I gotta get a couple things out of the way. One, importantly, is that Tin Man Cliff and his beautiful bride Wendy had sent along a care package. Thank you, awesome. But also came along this card. We'll save the fancy inside stuff for us, but this is a first. That is to protect the other normal hand, and
how about a Laurel
and a hearty handshake.
So Cliff sends along a Laurel and Hardy handshake. Those things that give me the creeps lately because I don't wear them. But anyways, into the shack for a few. Got to take care of something special, and then we're gonna roll some footage from the guys. Oh, hey Lou. Yeah, they're here. I know, I didn't clean up. My makeshift Kydex press. Works out really well. I know, I'm gonna tell them right now. All right, I wanna thank Chris Altmann and Kim for sending along this awesome book that they have put together. This thing is thorough, like you would not believe. All about metal detecting, tons and tons of color pitches, relics, and stories and things. Thank you, both of you. It's actually signed inside to me and the Stealth Digger crew, and really appreciated. Chris wanted me to let you guys know this is now the end of May 2020. Hopefully by next month this will be available on Amazon. Good luck to you guys, really. This is an awesome book. So as I'm reading it and stuff, and a situation arises that we feel for you. Page 67 is a picture of Chris and buddy Jason. And it says, a complete Croto belt is still on Jason's bucket list. You got one of these, Jay? Did you hear that, Big Al? Jay has not found a Croto belt. Alright. Once again, thank you. Much appreciated. I know. Say hi, Lou. Lou says hey. Alright. We are going to go out to the beautiful woods of Connecticut. You guys remember a few weeks back TB had sent us, that's Trooper Bri, a check-in video, and he was showing us some stuff he found. Well, he was awesome enough to send us the footage of him out digging probably last month at this point. But it's so good to see fresh relics.
What is happening, everybody? I'm out again. I've been out for the past couple weekends. Cellar holes are tough, but if you're taking a look at this video, it might mean that I dug something good today. So let's turn this camera around. Let's get this day started. So what we're looking at here is the cellar hole right there, and this one is a little more subtle. Some of the cellar holes, most of the cellar holes in the area I'm living now, are obvious. They're on big buff trails. You can barely see the trail coming down through there. And this isn't a tight little area. Down there is very marshy and very stony. You can see some of the stones they worked along the field here and part of the road. I don't know if you can see it because it's such a thin little road. And then right over here, it just goes way uphill pretty fast. That's pretty steep and doesn't show up on camera. So cellar hole there, looks like the entrance was on the front. And I think that was a big chimney that collapsed on the back. That's a pretty big size stone pile. This is where we're going to get started today. I'm hoping is just that all these cellar holes that I'm hitting and where I'm living now are just beat to death due to the fact that they're typically right next to these bigger buff trails. So let's get today started. Let's see if we can get some relics out of this spot. Well, looky here, not even 10 minutes into today's adventure, and I'm just working around the cellar hole itself, and I'm at the base of, I think, what was the chimney where it collapsed backwards away from the home that we looked at. And first tone, it was bouncing around little 18s to 45s. I was almost thinking tin, but I'll take this find as the first real relic of 2020. And there we go. That's what's collapsed away from the cellar hole in, kind of at the base of it where it starts. That was my little shallow tone, and I wasn't expecting much, but that is beautiful. Beautiful little colonial escutcheon piece, and you can see it's got a little fancy right along the top there. I think there's a little pinhole there as well. That is gorgeous. I'll take that. All right, maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes later, I'm still kind of kneeling around just around the cellar hole, and I got another find, but I think this is going to be a little bit modern, but let's take a look anyway. So I had to turn that stone out of that pile, and that right there came out from underneath that stone, but I'm seeing a flat edge, so that's going to be a panty, I think. Nope, my bad. That's a nice thick button. Oh yeah, that's why. I thought for sure that was a modern penny. Boy, that's a heavy one though. No design on it, but that's a plain flat button. I've literally been digging for 10-15 minutes, and that's my second good tone of the day. Nice. So, a lot of nails where I'm at. I'm literally still standing in the same 6-foot square hole. That's where I dug the escutcheon piece right there. I haven't moved anywhere in the past 20 minutes or so, and a lot of nails, but if I go slow and I'm swinging in all kinds of different directions, this 10-inch coil will pick stuff out of this nail bed, so let's take a look. Nothing particularly fancy. It's just a very skinny, like a drawer pull. And I'm swinging the White's MXD. I haven't changed up anything that I've been doing. It's still my favorite machine for the woods. And this was ringing up maybe 18 to 24. Shotgun chill range, real shallow, but I haven't found any hunter stuff yet around here. So, not too bad. All right, I'm a happy puppy. Not 25 minutes into this cellar hole, and I've got another target. And this one was only maybe a foot away from that little drawer pull I just got. And take a look at that and take a better look at where I'm swinging. So this is where we looked at the beginning of the video on the lower half of the hill. That's the opening to the cellar hole. I'm literally right on the corner where it starts running across and collapsed in. And from this side you can see it was a pretty small cellar hole. It wasn't very big. It was a little rectangular job. And there's more. The house stuck out over the cellar hole, so this wasn't a full cellar hole, but you know, there's all kinds of barberry and all kinds of junk in here. I've kind of opened up a little path in here to make it easier to swing, and this is what somebody didn't want to do, and this is why somebody didn't get the relics today. Let's take a look. And there's my reward. Oops, if I can get it into focus here. Might have been a little gold gilt on that. I can't really read what that's telling me. Kind of bright out today, so I can't really see through the glare, but that's just a plain flat button. Somebody didn't want this signal. Wasn't the greatest. 25, 32. But that's history. 1820s to 1840s probably. So it's been a little bit for this guy. I finally got sick of playing around in the cellar hole after half an hour. It kind of got quiet in that little area. I was getting lucky, and so I started working the cellar hole, and it's an interesting one. They were here for a while, but they weren't here forever. It's two walls, and then the cellar hole is kind of up by the front of the road here. And they cleaned that area out, and they did a little work across the street, and that was it. I mean, I don't think this place was around much more than 50 or 60 years, but right in the corner of the property on the road, I found a target somebody missed. This was easy. All right, and here's the road that comes up through the property. It's also a dirt bike trail. You may be able to hear. I've got riders coming through occasionally. There's the cellar hole, and this site was pretty interesting. It's got a wall there, and it's got a wall there, and they had worked out this rectangular section back maybe 150 feet or so. It's kind of quiet back there since I moved away from the cellar hole. And then you can see this curve of the wall, and there it comes back up to about that point there that they had worked this area as well. And then once you get beyond that, you know, this is what you're looking at on the property. It's pretty much surrounds them. That's the original road out towards the main road. But right here in the corner of the property, somebody missed a real easy tone next to the tree, and I got it. This looks very similar to the one that I dug before. A little wetter down here by the road, so this button's got a little chewy, but very cool. Best day I've had in a long time metal detecting, and I think this is where I'm pulling the plug. That was a fun half an hour of excitement by the cellar hole, followed by a whole lot of holy moly, this place has been beat up. But it's a smaller site. It wasn't around for a long time. I'm figuring the latter third of the 1700s, and they were probably out of here by the 1850s. There's not a lot of iron. There's not a lot of going on. They only worked a little area, the rectangular area that surrounds the house, a little bit across the street, and that was it. It's not really the nicest place in Connecticut to build a home and thrive in. I do want to take a look at something that I dug up a couple of weeks ago. I went out to another incredibly whipped cellar hole, and I didn't get anything. I finally was working the walls. I was probably eighth or so a mile away from the cellar hole, and I dug up this little guy right here. Not far from the wall, somebody way away from the house was having lunch or something and dropped that spoon. It didn't ring up very high. It sounded like a shotgun shell. It was very shallow, so that was a nice surprise. So let's turn around and take a look at today's booty. And that's it. I didn't dig anything else worth mentioning. We did wind up finding some shotguns and shells and other goodies, usual scraps of tin here and there that sounded good, but nope, no bueno. That beautiful escutcheon piece, that's probably one of the nicest ones I've dug. Drawer pull that probably went along with it because it was only about 6 feet away. And a few plain buttons, and that's it. So let's wrap this up. You guys take care and good luck and happy hunting.
Excellent job, Trooper Bri. I know how pounded out it is down there for you guys, but again, to see something come out of the ground, it's 100, 200, 300 years old, is always remarkable. So thank you for sharing that with us. And good to see you get out. Speaking of getting out, we're going to get out with Waynos. And this time, he's got shots of the eagle babies. Wow.
What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day outside today, and that means it's time to go on another adventure. So today we're going to go out and check one of the eagle nests just to see how the babies are coming along. They must be getting big enough to where you can see a little bit more of them. Last time they looked like little fuzzy sock puppets, so let's hit the trail. Okay, normally behind me, over here in all these trees over here, that's where I normally find most of the eagles when I first get to the trail and start walking. Today it looks like they're not around. Cell phones are so frustrating. I just want to stop and talk to Lou. That's all I really want to do. He might not give me the time of day. I might not know the words to say. It's just that look upon his face. Okay, so apparently that bird thought that he needed to be the person to lead me down the trail, even though I've already been down here before, but that was kind of cool. Just walking beside me, not a care in the world. He knows I'm not there to harm him. I'm just passing through. And like any other wildlife, they're curious. Alright, let's keep moving. It's going to be 60 degrees today, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing a winter hat, when you put the camera up to your face, you got that brim on your regular baseball cap. Denied. Can't do it. And I'm so white I sunburn easy, so I have to keep my head covered. But for now, we'll keep on moving. Alright, we're continuing our journey. We're getting there. I'd say we're probably about 10 more minutes hike to go. Now we're on the uphill part, so get back to you as soon as I get a little bit closer and we can survey the situation. Okay, we have landed at the eagle's nest. There's a mama and the 2 babies are still here. They're a little bigger, so they might be easier to get some shots of. Get some video if I can, and I'll insert it in. And let's check out all this stuff, and everything I see along the way I'll try to share with you so you guys can all come along for the adventure. Alright, there you have it. So the mama has decided to take off for a little bit, probably going to get some food for the babies, so I'll just take a short couple of video clips and some pictures of the babies, and then I'm going to move on. I try to just get in, get a little bit of pictures, a little bit of footage, and then give them their space, because after all, I'm on their turf. As we know, we've got all this crazy virus stuff. I have a mask that, a nice camo one. So I was going to put a Not Thursday sticker on here, and it would have made a great NT95. Not an N95, an NT95. Unfortunately, the stickers don't stay on the fabric. Okay, so now we've got some pictures and some video. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that gave you a view into what I see, so let's move on. Alright, so we're back on the trail, headed back towards the Jeep. I'm not leaving yet, but I gotta head that direction so I can see if I can spot any other wildlife. See that long trail? I gotta walk that at least about 3 times to get anywhere near where I parked. So hopefully we can see some stuff along the way, but just wanted to stop for a second and give you an update on exactly how far I'm actually walking. So I know when you see short clips it doesn't look like I'm going that far, but I'm actually walking a few miles at a time. Alright, that's going to conclude it for today. I didn't really see a lot of stuff. I was just happy to get outdoors, get some fresh air and see some eagles. So until next time I see all of you, stay safe, stay healthy. Look out for each other, and thank you for your support, for liking and subscribing and sharing the videos. It helped what Stealth Diggers is doing, and we really appreciate all of you. That's right, if you're looking at this screen, we appreciate all of Lou. See ya.
Lou, I know you missed them terribly, but Waynos is going out of his mind. Just waiting for Lou. He's singing songs about you every week. What a nut, huh? Waynos, thank you. Great clip. Once again, enjoyed that. Oh, Louie, I know. We gotta close the video, buddy. The guys will be seeing you soon. They really will. Alright? Maybe you can write a song about Waynos. Don't bite me. Jeez. Alright, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Hope you're safe, well, having fun, so stay young, always keep them guessing, and live free or die. Right, Lou?